Hi, it's Roger here with another episode of Entrepreneur TV, this one from South Africa at sunset. And this is going to be an episode about how you go about scaling your business. We are here with all of these entrepreneurs from around the world. We have just stopped for a break at sunset on our safari drive, and we are going to be going back in the room at our resort where we are on a program called WDM Masters, where we actually focus on how do you go about scaling your business? What are the key steps to take, whether you are at startup mode, whether you've already got a successful businesses, what's the key step to take to actually plan out a really successful year, build the right team, and ensure that you're making the money that you deserve to make. So let's go and have a look at what these steps are that you can apply today. So here we are outside our conference center at our resort, and we are going to go inside and speak to some of the participants here on what they are currently doing to scale their business. Like, what are the key steps to actually take where you're at and take it up to the next level? So let's have a look and see where we're at. Hi guys. Hi. How are you? Working on the floor here on the plans and actually building the plans out. You can see here we are inside and everyone is currently working on their plans as they're going. Well, let's go over to Kathleen and Trey, who are here. Hi guys, we are doing a little video for YouTube here.
Hello.
This is Kathleen, who looks after all of GeniusU. Here's Trey, who heads up all of North America, South America. Here is GeniusU, and mapping out all the planning. I like this. You've got like all the different people here.
Yeah.
You've got all of the conditions of success.
Yeah.
And then what are you doing here? Just that one.
Working on figuring out financial goals for each quarter, and then working backwards and putting all of the items, like the to-dos and stuff around the conditions of success, onto the quarterly plan so that I know when it's all going to happen.
Mm-hmm. And if you were to say, for someone who is at one level of business trying to grow to the next, what would you say in terms of the key things that we're doing that actually allows someone to really just get the right steps to be able to really grow from one level to the next level?
Yeah, it's definitely understanding exactly where you are and where you want to go. So really like this whole process of knowing what our overall year target is, knowing what each quarter target is, and then working backwards and creating really tangible milestones so that it's clear who needs to take what step when in order to make the actual vision come together.
Fabulous. So we're talking right now about linking the what to the when. Trey, what would you say just about how you link this to purpose and the things we're covering in the last couple of days as well?
Yeah, I think it's super cool because you think of, usually when you think about your business, you're looking at like 30,000 foot level. This has really been like looking at satellite level. So why am I doing everything? I think is an incredible part. And to her point, we're still zooming down the street view, but connecting it to like the greater purpose and what we're trying to accomplish with our businesses kind of drives and gives you like the excitement and the power to actually figure out all the rest of it, not just trying to make money next month.
Very cool. And this is like a 1 year out plan, right? Like, so it's like, okay, here's why we're doing it, here's what we're going to do, here's who's going to be the one doing it. Even if these people aren't in place, you've got some people in place. That's you, Kathleen. Very nice. Okay. Here's product manager, still looking for that person. Nice haircut, right? And then all the different pieces that are on here as well, right? You get the idea. Fabulous. Thanks, guys.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, cool. Whoops. Oop. Oh, I'm going to come over this way. Nice. I'm going to come this way. We're going to come over to Angie now. Angie's working on Genius School. Angie, we're doing a little video here for YouTube.
Oh,
and
right.
we're talking about the key things to help you grow your business, right? Like,
Yes.
So do you want to just share what you're currently doing here?
Okay, so what I'm doing here is I'm posting up all my measures and milestones. So I'm saying what's important for my promotion plan to work, what needs to happen in April, May, June, well throughout the whole year, how am I going to measure success,
Yep.
and what are the milestones I need to achieve.
Right. So linking it all into 1 year.
Into
right?
1 year, yes sir.
Looking like a clock, which makes it a whole lot easier than basically thinking of a calendar, because you can see we've got a beginning and end over 12 months, which is just like, going over 12 hours of the clock.
Yeah.
And then we also have got everything linking to different colors, where you've actually got some which are milestones, which are the things that you need to achieve, things that are measures, which are the things that are actually going to allow you to move forward. And you've actually got something behind this, which is all of the things you're moving from one to the other, right?
That's right. Yes.
So these are all of your conditions of success to say, what does it take to actually be the company you want to be?
That's right, and who I need to bring on and what
Right.
they need to do, and also development milestones, which will be in a different colour again.
And what would you say, outside of just the planning process, has been the most inspiring thing about actually just being with other entrepreneurs and going through this process together here at Masters?
Oh my God. The most inspiring thing is just the level of consciousness in the room and the energy and the insights that you get from hearing what other people are doing with their businesses
Yes.
and the challenges they're going through and the breakthroughs they have. It's totally mind-blowingly inspirational.
And you've been here how many times now?
7.
Seven
Seven
times?
or eight.
7 or 8
I've
times?
lost count.
And you've now got your whole team here as well,
Yeah.
where
Yeah.
they're now running your business for you, so
Yeah.
you can be focusing now Genius Store and growing this globally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I would recommend anyone brings their team because the outcome is a lot more than I expected.
Yeah.
In
terms of what they're going
expectations of
through
them.
as well.
Well, in terms of what they're going through and the transformation they experience then has a positive impact on the business
Yep.
and raises the consciousness of not just them, me, but the business also.
Fabulous, very cool. Thank you, Angie. Very good. So this is all about how do you actually go from the why to the what, and then from the what to the who, and then from the who to the how. We have Suraj here, who's working on Genius Central.
Hello. Hi.
So we have a lot of our own team here, as well as actually having all the other entrepreneurs here as well. So Genius Central,
Yeah.
this is where?
This is in Singapore. This
Singapore.
is our new home for the entrepreneurs.
So
Yeah.
in the first of the YouTube videos, it was actually of Singapore. So there's a link down below. Go have a look at that video. So it's now open. Like
It's
that,
now open.
that video was only a couple of weeks ago, and it
Yeah.
wasn't open at that point. Now it's open.
Yeah.
And what would you say about the actual process of starting something brand new? Because for many people who are watching, it's like I'm just getting going on something. What would you say is the most important thing around this process we're going through about forward thinking and then working backwards from that
Yeah.
that you're going through with this as well?
Yeah, I think just being at Masters and mapping out the entire year has been like super useful and can be used for any new project that we go through. So we already know what we want to, where we want to get to end of the year, and breaking that down into quarters and then into months. It makes it very predictable.
Yeah. Do you want to explain just this one here, which says SDG trackers with the Singapore Entrepreneur Festival? What actually is that?
So in April, we're going to have like a big launch, even though we are already open right now. There are
So we had a
people coming-
pre-launch before
We had
the
a pre-launch before the launch. And in April, we're going to launch it along with guys from the United Nations, B1G1, and we're going to put a SDG tracker, which is like the global goals tracker, and we'll see how that's going. And there's going to
So
be a big...
SDG stands for the Sustainable Development Goals. So United Nations have got 17 goals in total that they actually created. Those goals, if you actually go onto UN site, they tell you what those goals are to achieve these goals by 2030. However, there's no real-time trackers. So if you want to like know, well, how are we doing with education? Are like, you know, a goal is to have all the kids having education. Are we on track or not with that? Or environmental sustainability. Like, you know, we want to make sure we've got sustainability with basically life on land, with basically like life below water. How much are we actually doing that right now? These are going to be actual real-time trackers that we're going to be launching. So this is not just a plan for how you build your business. It's how you can change the world, right? Like do both together.
Yeah, and we have the big Singapore Entrepreneur Festival where we're going to bring about 400 of the entrepreneurs from Singapore in one place.
Right.
And that's going to be the big launch day.
And the reason we're doing that is because it not just creates a really great buzz, it also allows us to then partner with the right partners.
Correct.
Because if you're going out just to say, hey, would you like to partner with our cafe? They might be wondering, why would I want to do that? But then we go and say, hey, you can partner for this event. Then they come on as those partners. And then from there, once you've got a what and a when, it then links to a longer term pathway you can then actually be working with each partner as well.
Yeah, cool.
Super awesome. Thank you, Suraj.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, 3 different examples. Like one is location based here. One is much more tech. Another one there is all about basically students and curriculum. Each one working a different way. We can see different people here working on their projects. Here is Griff working on his project there, which is awesome. Here's another one, Big Business XL. Great thing here. I'm going to leave everyone here to continue with their sharing right now. And let me come outside for a moment and just kind of share a couple of key things that we just went through that I think are the most important things. Number one, make sure that whatever it is that you want to achieve, that you have a process to be able to forward think yourself into the future, where you can then be thinking in a year's time, what I want this to look like, and then work backwards from that. Number two, ask the questions in the right order. Number one, why? Why am I doing the thing I'm doing? And why would other people want to actually be a part of this as well? Number two, after the why is the what, which is, okay, what is it I'm going to achieve? Not what I'm achieving now, but what I'm going to achieve in a year's time from now. If I really could just visualize it out. The who, right? Like it's all about basically who's going to do the different parts. They might not be here now, but if I was to actually create a top table of who would be there in a year from now, and then work backwards from that, who do I have, who do I not have, you're going to find that nature hates a vacuum. It's going to actually start filling up those seats for you, and synchronistically people are going to start showing up who are going to be the ones to fill those seats too, and your mind will just start to connect up. That's the person who's going to be able to help you in that particular way. Make sure the what and the when are linked together, which is what you see in here. It's like saying, right, here's what's going to happen by next month, here's going to happen in the month after. Without even knowing how it's going to happen, you just set that as a goal, and then you set that intention, and then you just allow yourself to then get focused at the things that are most important based on what you said. And the final thing is the how. Don't worry too much about the how. Some of you know the how, some of you don't. When you attract the right who, the who knows the how, right? So you don't have to know all the key things yourself, as long as you've actually got the keys that actually will allow you to be able to grow the business the way you want to grow it. I think this place, Tao, is a perfect example of that. That's exactly what happened with Tao. You know, we had this intention. I said, I would love to have a place where we could actually run programs just like this. This happened only like maybe 5 years ago, a place which was on a safari, we could go out, see the animals. And I'm going to leave you with some of those videos of the game drives being on and the animals behind to just get you to be thinking about the fact that anything's possible. When we actually said that, we had no idea how we were going to do that. But by actually just setting the date of when it was going to happen by, and then going out and letting people know this is what our intention was, the right people showed up. The people that actually could help us to find Tao, which is this resort here, the people that could help us to get the financing, the people that could help us to run the place, right? And so as a result, when you have everyone connected to a much bigger why, you don't have to figure out all the how for yourself, but you do have to have absolute commitment to what you want to achieve and when you want to achieve it by. So there's some key tools for you to be thinking about as you're looking at how you scale your business. Always be putting that vision of where you want to be a year ahead. And then as you start getting that right, start thinking 10 years ahead. Where do you want to be? 100 years ahead. What do you really want to achieve while you're here on this planet that will outlast you as well? And with that, I'm going to say goodbye from here in Tao. We will see you on the next of our videos. Do drop a comment down below. I'll be reading them all. And if you haven't subscribed, go ahead, subscribe now, because we're going to be going through the whole journey of this year, going from where we are today to the resorts that we're buying over, the entrepreneur movement and how it's growing, and all around the world, the way that we can actually impact the world through the education movement, through the entrepreneur movement, and also through the IPO that we're going to be having later this year. So stay in touch, and we'll be connecting with you next week on our next video.